There is so much beautiful scenery in the tropical pack for Planet Zoo. I can't wait to dive into it with all of you guys. Welcome to our overview video. Well, this is the cutest damn thing in the whole world. Welcome, everyone! Oh my gosh, can we talk about these pieces? So, we officially are now in the tropical pack stage of things, and I could not be more excited. So, welcome everyone. I hope you guys are all having the most wonderful of wonderful days. My name is Leaf, and it is so great to be back over here as we check out the latest pieces, the latest tiny little things that we can get in the tropical pack for Planet Zoo. So this is now available on Steam, or maybe it's out the day after. I'm not really sure when I'm going to release this video, but there's so much to take in over here, and we're just going to go through it piece by piece, talk about what these pieces are, their flexi-color abilities, and so on and so forth. And without further ado, let's get started with these lovely little wood pieces. So these are some very stellar pieces right over here. And they have a little bit of an extra thing over here that I'll be able to show off in just a little bit. Let me actually just get everything nice and oriented right. So, of course, over here we have these nice kind of thick beams, very much like the South American beams, except these guys are flexi-color in two different channels. So let me just make sure my audio is still recording. There it is. Perfect. So yeah, it's flexi-color over here for the paint, which is all nice and dandy, so you can have white paint. But what's super interesting over here is that there's a separate wood color. So you get these nice tiny little streaks right across here that kind of indicates what the original wood kind of looks like. So if you want like a nice red painted thing or like an orange one, you can change out these colors. You could have it so like the original wood would be white, so it looks kind of like dilapidated. It's super awesome, and the same goes for all of these pieces. If you want to have like a nice bright blue thing and then have it be nice and white dilapidated, it looks cool like that. Or if you want it to be very new, kind of like a nice fresh coat of paint, you could either go full out with your blue or whatever color you're using, or go black. I feel like that gives a little bit more character and also gives a little bit more shading too, which is pretty nice. Moving on from there, we also have these lovely little wood beam pieces over here. Just a nice little fence set. It reminds me very much of like a nice modern beach town, kind of. But also, it's very Indonesian themed. That's the official theme that we have this time around. So if you type in Indonesian in here, you'll be able to get all these pieces. Super awesome. What I think everyone is going to go crazy for are these bricks right over here. They are just a very classy set. I don't know, it just looks super awesome, especially when it's white. And they remind me of Haribo. Haribo actually made a lovely little wall that reminds me of this. And you can see that it's kind of the same thing. Of course, I still love using Haribo's wall sets wherever I can because they are just so stellar when it comes to, like, you know, detailing and stuff like that. But these pieces are super awesome right over here. They even have like a grunge color. So if you want it to be nice and dirty, let's just say you want it to be like, I don't know, maybe like a sandy color, you could have that right over there and have it be like, you know, kind of like black bricks, let's just say. And you could kind of change it out for like a much more sandy kind of tone right there. Super awesome, super beautiful, and super useful. Can't wait to see what you guys do with those. We also have these little embellishment pieces. I don't really know what else I would call them. But these are, of course, the Indonesian, what did they call them? Indonesian painted wood trim. This is just for all your general detailings. They angle snap wherever they're supposed to, so that you could get like your nice, perfect little Indonesian looking areas. Super awesome pieces right there. This is really cool too. I feel like all the Bro Nation people are going to find a really good use out of this. This is actually, that's about egg shaped, so maybe they won't. But it's just a really awesome roof topper in case if you guys are building like that very intricate Indonesian kind of thing going on. You also have these pieces right over here, which are kind of the same things on the left, except the only issue is that they are not flexi color. That is my only complaint. I wish I could change out the flexi color value over there. I wonder. Let's actually lay this over here. Could we actually sink that in and then have it be just the gold on top and then the color down below? Nope, I don't think so. Oh well. But as you can also tell, we have that nice little feature over here. Hopefully I can make like a video on this and talking about like advanced moving techniques in Planet Zoo. That is the new kind of like control right there. Moving on to actual facilities, we only get 3 this time around. We got this lovely little bench, which is very nice. It's kind of like a wicker kind of theme. And I also love the little stools that go alongside it. That's so cute. We also got this stone trash bin. Very much reminds me of like Zoo Tycoon right over here. And they are completely flexi colors. So if you want it to be kind of like, you know, something kind of like this where it's nice and black and stuff, you can easily do that. That looks super cool right there. And again, another flexicolor one over here. This is just an Indonesian bench. This is also flexicolor. Pretty much everything is flexicolor, unless if I say otherwise, because Frontier's been getting super awesome about that recently. We have these bark panels, which I barked when I first saw these. These were like absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So I can't wait to see what you guys start to make with these. These are going to be so useful for like beaver dams and stuff like that. Really useful for education too. I think we're going to get some really good uses out of that. We also have Indonesian bamboo panels, again, flexi-color. You have a much more oriented one right over here, and you have a much more staggered one right there. Just really solid pieces all together. We have the stone right here, so I believe you can actually group all of these up and flexi-color them all together. So these are just all various adornments in Indonesian, kind of like, you know, style, I guess, Balinese too. So you could actually change all of these out to be whatever color you want them to be. I love that red kind of look. That is just suave right there. Look at that. Super dirty. I like it. We have this lattice panel right over here. It does repeat. And I think if we actually put on position, snap, rotate, you can actually see it will kind of rotate. Only if you stack it on top of each other, which is the only thing. But that is super awesome. Super nice Hawaiian Maori kind of vibe right there. So that is cool. We have a lantern pole right here. Again, full flexi color. You can change out the colors in there. That's flexi color too. We have this little Indonesian lantern. Again, super, super adorable. You have that little panel up there, and then you can actually change the color right there. Adorable, adorable, adorable. We have these little door handles right here. Super happy to get these. Especially these ones right here. I feel like I've always seen these at like tropical houses. So that's just going to be a solid piece to have right there. Now what caught my eye over here were these little fabric things. So we have these little guys. They are super adorable. I really wish we had like plain straight ones so we could do like leader sunshades. I believe if I type in 2D you can see exactly what I mean. I wish we had these kinds of pieces in the game by themselves, but unfortunately they really aren't able to be used for that. But it's totally fine because they're just super awesome pieces regardless. And you could see that there's so much happening with them. So if I turn them all red, you can see that we have these little towels right here. We have these little bows right there. We have that little coil. This is super cute. It's just a little knot, little awnings right there. Very interesting pieces. Super excited to see how people are going to end up using some of those. We have a little drum right here, which makes me super happy, which is just always great to have more theming pieces. We have these lovely little pots. Check these guys out, including the incense burner, which does have this little kind of incense effect, which is so cool. All flexi color too, so you could kind of change out the color of them, have like pure white ones, have pure black ones, whatever you guys want to do. This is that fence panel. Wow, geez. This is that fence panel, which can actually connect to these pieces right here. Very new, unique kind of wall piece that came in the set, and it's super awesome. Check that out. Just really awesome detail that otherwise you would be spending like 50 years trying to figure out in Planet Zoo. Over here, we actually have these lovely thatch pieces. Unfortunately, they are not flexi-color above, but they are flexi-color below. So if we actually flip these over and see what's under the hood, you can actually see that it's just beautiful wood beams right down here. I'm super excited to see how these are going to be used, because if you actually use these smartly, is that a word? I don't know. You can create these lovely, lovely kind of new wood walls, which would be super awesome. Flip those back over and we can continue on. We have this little piece over here. I don't really know what you would use it for. I feel like I've seen that before though, so that's super interesting. We have a new parasol right over here, but it's just the top of it, which is strange. We usually always get like the bottom of them too, so it's cool that they're actually splitting them up. Can you do something with that bottom? Hold on, I'm curious. I guess you can't really. I don't know. If you guys are smart enough, you might be able to figure that out. This is one of my favorite pieces over here. It's just a wood trellis, just a nice little ladder right there. I think it may actually be climbable. Let's check out the tags. I don't think it's climbable. That's a little bit of a shame. Oh well. We have these pieces right over here, which are very, very much needing to be put with these guys. So if I actually get rid of some of this stuff and go back to position snap, and if I actually position snap it into place, turn it around, and then push it up, it doesn't work. Okay, hold on. I swear I know what I'm doing. It's this one right over here. Yeah. So it actually fits in line pretty well right there. Super interesting. I don't know. It's super, super neat. I don't know. You guys let me know how to use those, because I still haven't figured that out. I've had the pack for a few days now, and I still haven't been able to kind of piece it all together. But what I have been able to piece together are the tangled liana vines. These are just so cool. Check this out. So if you go into liana vines, you will be able to find these guys right over here. These guys have served their purpose for a good while. These guys as well. And these guys are actually able to be brachiated upon, which is super awesome. Love to see that. But you also have all of these new pieces, which I believe there are 12 new vines, which is really cool to see. But yeah, really awesome pieces, really good for intricate details if you guys are working on like a tropical house or something. Really cool stuff right there. This is super fun right over here. This is kind of like that statue building kit that we have in the India pack. Again, animals based off of what we have in the DLC. We have Asian water monitor, we have Fusa, we have the Lar Gibbon, and we have the Red River Hog. And you can kind of mix and match these to your heart's content, which is super fun to see. So if you really do want to have like this really cool snake kind of thing, you could easily top it off with like the water monitor head, and it works pretty well. I don't know. It's just super cool just to be able to see pieces like that. And again, you can kind of fit these guys on here, so you could have like a Fusa. I'm not really sure why that guy was facing that way. You could have the Gibbon. You could even have the Red River Hog. Super awesome pieces right there. Love to see it. Moving on from there, we have these guys down here. I'm super excited when I found these guys. So these are just relatively normal parcel things. You can kind of change out the strip color on them, which is kind of cool. And over here with the tie cords, you can change out those colors. And I believe you can actually change out the packaging colors as well on these, which is just super cool. Really, really awesome pieces. Super happy that we got those. These are some smaller pieces that I feel like they would just be easily stumbled over upon. For the typical Planet Zoo player, these kind of snuck their way in, but I was able to find them. You get a new candle, which is very interesting. You get 2 new candles, which is even more interesting. So you have these guys. You have a bicycle wheel, just separate. And you also have a wagon wheel, which is separate. Really cool texture on that guy. You also have straight rope this time. Straight flexi-color rope. Super happy about this one in particular, because I need flexi-color rope, and I don't really like to use mods in like my DLC zoos, so when I found that guy, I was super excited. Really awesome piece right there. Last but not least, we also have, well, there's still so much more to check out, but we have the signs. Again, that classic Planet Zoo watercolor style. It's gorgeous. You get 3 gibbons, you get a Fusa, you get a sloth, 2 Asian water monitors, and a Red River Hog. That's honestly all you need. It looks super good altogether. Reward statue this time around is the Fusa. Really beautiful piece right here. It just screams gorgeousness. I love to see that. And then moving on to Foliage over here. Unfortunately, the leaf litter is not flexi color. However, it is a much more realistic color than what the other fall one really was. So it's just really cool to be able to see that. Really awesome piece. But beyond the leaf litter, we also got some beautiful new vine pieces. These are tetrastigma vines, and I believe they actually are kind of... Do they snap onto each other? No. That's a shame. Oh well. But these guys are just honestly some of the better vine pieces that we've gotten, and they look so beautiful. Can't wait to get some good use out of those. You might have also noticed a new sapling in here. This is a Cecropia sapling. If you actually check out the Cecropia trees over here, they are quite big, they're quite massive. But we actually get a smaller version, which is really awesome for tropical houses. Moving on from there, we also get the Attenborough's pitcher plant. Really awesome piece right there. They just look super beautiful. You also get the clip-on to them, I guess. This is the other piece to the Attenborough's pitcher plant, but these guys can just be used as like bromeliads or something like that. Super awesome stuff. Moving on from there, we also have the basket fern. This is such a gorgeous piece. I can already see some like temperate zoos start to sneak these into the ground kind of like this, because it's just such a beautiful piece that reminds me of bracken, but just a little bit more of like a muted color. I kind of like that stuff, and plus it's also great for tropical houses. The Rafflesia also makes its beautiful appearance over here, otherwise known as a corpse flower. These guys are going to be so useful for selling that tropical vibe in your zoos. And last but not least, we also have the Kentia palms. These guys are not like typical palm trees. These guys are actually more suited for like houses and stuff like that, but super awesome tropical cover. You can get some really nice dense foliage looks with these. And they're also animated too, which really makes it super nice for creating these nice lush environments. But that is really it for all the new props in here. We also have all these gorgeous new scenery blueprints, which is just really, really awesome. You get like a good mix of these guys. You got an entire set over here, so you got like your workshop, your trade center, all that jazz. And you also do get a kind of, what do you call this, walkthrough exhibit. So if you actually go over here, go to the trade center, plop that down, go over here, find the sloth, plop her down, go for it, I guess. Yeah, there you go. You could actually see them start to make their way in here. Just really awesome stuff to be said. And yeah, that's honestly really it for the scenery. Without further ado, I'm going to take off from here. You let me know what your favorite scenery piece is in here. I'm going to end it on the sloth over here because she looks too adorable. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.